Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Stop. It is pretty good into the Kalista with the slows that it brings and just really being able to hamper down on her attack speed. It gives you another player to sure Breathe has survived the early aggression coming in from Garvey, but Garvey's still finding a really good advantage for himself. Up about 20 CS right now, so move over first.
Look at the arrow, it's going across, it's not going to hit anybody, so it's going to completely miss 3 points there through the sticks, as now the Riptile taken down to about 2000 HP. The smite's very, very early, and here we go, it goes straight on top of it. I'm not quite sure who's able to take that in the end, but it is first blood going over to the Akali as Breathe picks up the first one there. Garvey has no flash and nowhere to go. Shanks gets another one. That's the solo laners getting themselves. Maybe, but I do believe the Crescent Strike does actually spot out that the Gromp had been hit by the Xin Zhao. Mist has gone out here, and everyone's just going to kind of back away. Shie does land himself on the up, but they jump over the top of this one and try and just make this fight work for themselves. They're trying to see if they can get on top of him, and Shanks will fall. Reset there for Garvey, and he picks up his first kill of the game. It's just too much of a risk. They will give up the dragon on the bot side, but it is power and money now for power and money later in the trade. WE happy to just feed off of the top side, and it's exactly what we highlighted coming into this series. Breathe and Beishong, an actual for Beishong. Still waiting on the Everfrost for the for Shanks, but the Immortal Shield Bow for the I was saying that we're gonna see Garvey coming back in.
Nice hook.
They're gonna nice hook. There's the arrow right on top of him as well. They're gonna do some paranoia to jump straight onto Elk as he's trying to just kite this one away. The Immortal Shield Bow would only do so much. He flashes. He's going to fall down, but what was used to try and get on top of that one is here comes Breathe and Beishong. You will not get the Terrified today as Breathe picks up another kill, and now they can jump onto the Nautilus as he falls to the depths of the river. As Shanks gets himself another one. It looked bad.
Only having those two dragons to bank on and hoping they'll be able to find something later on, but I definitely think WE are getting the better end of this one as Elk might be caught out again.
Elk, he threw out the hawk shot and kept moving forward. So regardless of the information he gathered, he was dead to rights. It's very, very unfortunate. Luckily though for WE, Elk is not the win condition, right?
We're gonna see forcing out the Heartbreaker, but immediately into the death sentence. Really nice Enchanted Crystal Arrow to follow up. But like you said, Elk got jumped on right away, but we got another fight.
Mark's been caught, and he will be taken down. That's Shanks with his third kill, and now Shadow with no flash to get himself away. Gets knocked up, taken down. Beishong 2-0 and 5, looking fantastic.
Player for LGD, it really felt like that was the test for both sides, right? Who would come out on top? Shadow or in them. It does look like they're going to back off for now, just try to pick up some gold on the map. Sadly for them, they don't job realizing, hey, you know, LGD backed off, they can see the Drake, they're probably going to start making their way up towards the top half of the map. Just keep numerous members down here to force Garvey off this turret. Make this side lane pick for WE to be able to win out more on the opposite side. But it really does feel like that side lane play is the only tool that LGD have available to them right now to even try and find something back.
Well, they know the Akali's on this bot side. They are going to pop down the ultimates on top of Beishong, but he's still alive. You can't kill him, his Gore Drinker, and there's the Ash Hour right on top of Shie, who's forced to flash away. He goes back in with the Paranoia. They take out the Ash, but the Ash is not the problem. You have still got so much damage. It's Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. WE are smashing LGD through the door. It's a triple for Breathe, and this is why you do not give this champion to this man.
And they're just absolutely popping off. At least going to be able to get an inhibitor. I don't think death timers are long enough to where they could look for an end. But really nice mechanical play coming out for Breathe with that one, being able to pick up that kill pretty much pixel perfect.
No, but I don't think they can contest it. I think they just gotta have to let this one go or fight now. As you can see, WE, they don't even want the Baron. They want the fight. That's the one they want. They go for the hook, doesn't quite land, and there's only Beishong on this objective right now, but Mark steps a little bit too far forward. The Paranoia comes in as they look to try and see if they can get somebody going. Elk is being hovered over by Shie as he finally goes in. It's on to missing the worst target you could think of, and now WE can come back in. It's Shadow, though, with 2 quick kills. You can see Breathe, though, 1v3! Breathe is just insane! Triple kill for Breathe on this Akali, and Garvey is running for the hills. He knows he can't take this fight anymore.
Yeah, WE. It actually looked really close. LGD looked like they were almost able to bring that team fight back. It was a bit all over the place. We see the Callisto ultimate come out to be able to keep Shanks at bay, and he's in a really awkward position while the Nocturne goes in, so it ends up being a bit of
back to it. They can go right back to the objective. They have their ultimates back. They're going to have flashes available for Elk as well, so there's just so little you can do, and here comes the ultimate. Not quite going to hit, but now Shadow puts himself a little bit in harm's way. He's going to have to go back in with the Moonfall, try and get this fight going back for him. The TP and the paranoia used by Shie to try and see if he can make something happen, but they've stopped him out all right, and now they can jump in back into this fight. Missing takes down Shie. I feel like this fight is already done and dusted. Shadow cannot do anything about it. It's a clean ace to end game one, and WE wipe the floor with LGD in this first game.
Yeah, that was a complete mid-table mauling Penguin. WE not looking like a mid-table team in this one. Totally taking down and stomping LGD.
Great start to the series, and exactly what WE will be wanting to see as they come into the back half of the split. Good first victory. They still have a job to do, but
option under the sun that is good at countering engage and countering dive. They are going to go back to that brown Penguin, so you're going to get to be able to find these flanking opportunities and these windows to get onto an immobile champion like Varus. So the fact that WE are already doing a great job of controlling the early laning phase, and they can rely on that scaling is, engage comes out.
Missing, he flashes away, but he's not going to be able to get away quick enough. That's going to be Shadow with first blood in that bot side.
See if they are going to be able to find a play available to them, because Beishang is nowhere near.
Nowhere near, but there's a good flawless duet, but they have enough CC to lock him down. Shutdown goes over to Mark. Probably not the person you really wanted to get it, but an opposite reaction, if not stronger reaction on the other side of the map, using your numbers advantage. They
trade on the opposite side of the map. And WE so far being a good team at doing it. That's what we saw LGD struggle at doing in game one. There were other problems, but we highlighted one of the situations where they weren't, as Breathe does get engaged on.
Oh, the flash forward from the wind into lightning, but the Vanguard's edge jump back straight on top of this. They're going to jump onto the Jace and kill him dead. Nothing he can do, and now Shadow trying to see if he can be a jumpy boy, but the jumpy boys are all on top of you, Shadow. They will donate that to the Shanks Akali Fund, and that is WE with a fantastic reaction. Difficult, if I do say so myself. As you can see now, there's the auto attacks coming in. They're going to be able to take out the finality of that turret. Elk does have to tank up.
The problem is, it doesn't matter, right? Because since you can't commit to that top side, I feel like you need to try and get set up bot lane, which is what LG are doing.
Oh, they're going to jump in. There's a CC lock. Does not have flash. Will try and trade himself out of this, but with the ignite from Mark, very difficult to sustain out of that one there, as we now see the Rift Herald being spawned up into this top side. Should not use its charge. Actually, they are going to use it straight away just to get the push going. Beishang now back onto the minion wave, and they're going to look for two turrets off this trade. So again, WE, yes, they lose Breathe in the bot side to that gank, but they now know they have numbers advantages, and they get two towers off of it.
Yeah, for LGD though, I really don't think there was a better choice available. They could have tried to hover topside, but WE can still force. They would still get one turret for nothing. So at the end of the day, you're either going to lose two turrets for one in my mind
right now, because they know that they're just not really in a position to contest it.
And they also know the options. They're just going to keep trying to play through sides. It looks like they just want to try and force down this mid lane turret. Is Mark.
Ooh, if that blast code wasn't there, that could have been a little bit more dodgy. He is living on the edge. WE scale nicely into the late game, but it looks like LGD, they don't even want to fight it. They just don't feel comfortable with the vision control that WE.
Looking towards Breathe might be your only option, but missing. Why are you solo?
He was spotted, and they're going to be able to know exactly where he is. I have no idea why he's still there, but missing. Dudes end up falling. We'll have a look at the replay, maybe.
Quadrant of River. As LGD going to ignore mid-prio, knowing they can't contest over that, walking straight into River to get their vision down.
Ooh, we're going to see a little bit of an engage there. It's just both supports going at each other. Mark gets locked up, though, forced to flash away already in this fight. You can see Dragon now spawning for another 10 seconds. Two shots broad goes well wide, and now Mark's in a little bit of trouble. He has no flash and no way out, but they have to respect that there is a lot of LGD members either from the back of the pit or to the front of it. There's a hook down, but Mark gets deleted period. The stolen Vanguard's Edge is not really used to engage, and now WE in a 4v5. Their health bars aren't looking exceptional right now, but they've got a lot of ultimates to work with. Now, dragging down to 3,000 HP, you can see their Shadow just hovering around, seeing if he can get on top of it, but he cannot. He goes in, pops the ultimate to try and keep himself alive. There's the Bramo on the back end of the fight to just disengage and make sure that Xin Zhao falls. Xie comes out of gold to just go back to bronze, and now we can see everyone else dying in LGD. They are just going to be falling one by one by one, and WE get themselves soul point.
Series we've seen from WE in quite a while, and this is definitely going to be a ban for them. Breathe also going to get himself a mid turret. Oh, is this?
Oh, no, he's
wow.
not. No, what a play by Mark. Mark just he straight up CC locked him, put down the ignite, and basically said, "You don't leave." Once throughout the 2 games, if WE can take the win.
Yeah, that's, you know, a greatly take over the game. You just don't have any. You don't have any firepower on the side of LGD. We see they're not the smartest teams in terms of looking for trades. And Shanks.
Oh, goes golden, so still fine. Has a perfect execution, but there is a stolen perfect execution from Xie. He goes back in with the abstondum duck. They're going to try to jump back in on top of him with Shanks and Breed taking this one, but the good accelerated shock blast right on top of him. But no, well. Breed takes him back at a 1v1, and that's going to be enough to make sure that WE have got themselves a decent fight. We can see the problem now jumping in. They've got themselves the stacks of the concussive blows as they go, everyone going golden. There's going to be the volley bear jumping on the backside of this fight. Mark and Kramer, not really long left in this world. Xie comes back in with the teleport, but he is on the wrong side of this fight. Shadow now left in no man's land in his own base as he tries to jump back in. Breathe does end up getting jumped on, but gets 100% deleted. Unbelievable moves here from WE, and they're going to be able to solidify the 2-0. LGD never stood a chance.
No, WE showing up in this series. Bei Shang, great performance, and you know, WE's top side, I feel like really having a phenomenal day between them all. And as a WE fan, when we highlighted the schedule, when we highlighted where they're at in the standings, how many teams they're tied with, this was the sort of win you needed.
Really, really was. Fantastic game from Bei Shang in particular.